What's up guys, Sam Taggart here, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to sell more roofs. I've spoke at every roofing convention you can think of. I've knocked a lot of doors in roofing and consulted over now 100 roofing companies, if not thousands of roofing salespeople, and I'm going to give you 3 simple hacks right here on how to sell more roofs. So you probably are wondering like, okay, I'm out there getting my face kicked in. Maybe it's like a saturated market. Maybe a storm just hit. Maybe you're in a retail market. I'm gonna talk through just 3 simple hacks on really how to sell more roofs. But before I do that, hit the subscribe button today. We'd love to hear your guys' comments below. If you're in roofing, give us a shout out below. It'd be like, hey, what's up? Coming from roofing in Charlotte. I'm doing roofing out in Alabama, wherever you're selling roofs at. Now, if you're selling roofs, you've got to ask yourself, am I going after retail or am I going after storm? And there's so many people that are like, I'm a storm chaser, meaning they hit a storm in Louisiana, for example, in St. Charles, then everyone flocks there and goes after the catastrophes. And then you might be like, well, I'm still here in St. Charles, it's been 5 years, there's no more damage to be fixed. Now what do I do? Do you move and chase another person, or do you say, hey, I'm gonna stay here and roof or storm catch, right? And this happened in Denver, for example, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. There's a big hailstorm. Everybody's, start up shop there, and then there hasn't been a storm there in a couple years. So we get a lot of clients that are like, what do I do? Let's hypothetically say you live in Denver, you're out there selling roofs, you're getting a little discouraged because you're like, is there any roofs to be sold? Now, first tip is change your mindset. There's thousands and thousands, if not millions of roofs that need to get replaced. It's just a matter of, can you get in front of them? So step number 1 is go get in front of the people that need their roofs replaced and stop waiting for your phone to ring for somebody to take action. Most people need some kind of like trigger, some kind of event like a storm or something like that to say, maybe my roof got messed up. But most Americans aren't just naturally thinking about their roof. So I'm gonna take my neighbor next door, for example. He literally was like, his roof collapsed. His roof literally caves in. Had somebody came and knocked on his door, let me do a free inspection for you. His roof wouldn't have collapsed. I'm now here in Utah. It's not like I get hail here a ton. There's not a ton of damage. But somebody could have knocked his door, said, let me give you an inspection, gotten in front of him, given some awareness and said, hey, you're having rotting decking and you have potential trust issues. So we should probably fix this preventatively instead of having some real actual like physical conditions that could have like hurt somebody. There's like liability to that. What if I was sitting in the living room and the roof collapsed? Luckily, no one was hurt next door. But what's crazy is somebody could have knocked his door, somebody could have given an inspection, somebody could have said, hey, we got a problem, we need to fix it. But he would have never known, because the average American is not sitting in their freaking attic being like, oh, let me examine the trusses, or getting a ladder on a 4-story home and saying, let me check my roof. So number 2, simply, you've got to go and be one that's meticulous in your data and your follow-up. So often we're getting these people that we inspect that we go knock their door and you're sitting there and they're like, well, we don't have much damage, or not right now, or maybe next year, or I'm gonna wait till a storm. Well, collect the data, put it into a software like vanillamessage.com. It's a texting software, ActiveCampaign, or MailChimp, or some kind of email software, CRM. You have to have meticulousness with your data to where when a storm does hit or some kind of trigger does hit, that you're gonna be like, boom, I'm gonna be first to them, first to their attention, so that I'm their person, I'm your guy. So knock a door and they're like not interested, or I get on an inspection and they say, we don't have any damage. I'm gonna hopefully be like, well, I'm gonna be your guy. Save me in your phone as Sam the roofing man, and I'm gonna be that person you go to. And then the third tip is every customer you get, you should be getting 3 to 4 new customers. I have a 10-step referral process in the university. So check this out. We have a whole 1,000 video university course. We've got referral training, inspection training, supplement training, recruiting training, leadership training, how to knock, all the things as far as like we've thought of that you'd ever ask is like, how do I be a better roofer? How do I be a better supplementer? How do I overcome these objections? It's in D2D University, so go check that out if you're somebody who wants to go deeper than just the free YouTube stuff. But simply put, if you leverage this data and you're able to now say, okay, who have I talked to in the past? how am I staying organized, and then how do I get referrals from the data. And for every one person I get, I'm simply asking them, so that anytime some catastrophe happens, anytime somebody knows of, hey, do you know a good roofer? You did some home improvement projects on your house. Who do you recommend? You're the person. Sam's your roofing man. And you know, and they know that you're open to referrals. So make yourself aware, and I promise you, by just simply applying these 3 simple hacks, you're gonna sell more roofs. Hopefully you got some value out of this, and you guys are out there slinging. You're not taking the lazy route. You're not being a lead baby. I'm sick of so many lead babies in this industry. Go take action, sell more jobs, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Hit subscribe and give us some love in the comments if you got some value.